They always told you that vegetables are the safest, healthiest foods on earth. Eat more greens, live longer, stay strong. But after 60, that advice becomes dangerously incomplete because some vegetables you've trusted for decades can quietly drain calcium from your bones, inflame your joints, strain your kidneys, or spike your blood sugar as fast as soda. And no label, no doctor, no grocery store will warn you about it. Today, you're going to discover the shocking truth about 4 vegetables seniors should never eat daily, and 4 collagen-boosting powerhouses that can rebuild your joints, strengthen your bones, sharpen your balance, and keep your legs moving with ease. Stay until the end, because the #1 dangerous vegetable is in almost every kitchen in America, and most seniors eat it weekly without knowing the damage. And the #1 healing vegetable works faster than many supplements seniors pay hundreds for. Beets have been glorified for years as a miracle vegetable. Doctors praise them for blood pressure, magazines call them a superfood, and supermarkets stack them proudly in the heart-healthy section. But here is the truth no one tells seniors. After 60, beets can quietly become one of the most dangerous vegetables on your plate. Why? Because beets contain one of the highest concentrations of oxalates, a mineral-binding compound that acts like a molecular thief. The moment oxalates enter your system, they latch on to calcium, locking it away before your bones ever get the chance to use it. And when calcium gets trapped, it doesn't disappear. It forms sharp crystals, the foundation of excruciating kidney stones that send thousands of seniors to the emergency room every year. The danger multiplies with age. Your kidneys at 60 no longer filter like they did at 30. Filtration slows, waste lingers. What once passed harmlessly now accumulates day after day, crystal by crystal, until pain erupts suddenly, often without warning. And even before stones form, oxalates are already sabotaging your health. They steal calcium from your meals, your supplements, and your bones, leaving your skeleton weaker, more fragile, and slower to recover after even a minor stumble. A 2014 study in neurological research revealed that high oxalate diets increased urinary oxalates by over 40%, sharply raising stone risk. Other research shows oxalates significantly reduce calcium absorption, a devastating blow for seniors already fighting bone loss. But here's the part that shocks most people. You don't even need to eat beets daily for them to harm you. For kidneys working at 70% or less, a common state after age 60, even moderate intake can tip the scale. If you're eating beets for nitrate benefits, there's a safer way. Arugula and celery provide natural nitrates without oxalate overload, supporting blood flow without punishing your kidneys or your bones. Beets are not evil, but after 60, they transform from superfood to silent saboteur, quietly draining bone strength, overwhelming weakened kidneys, and accelerating the fragility that robs seniors of independence. For most adults, beets are harmless. For seniors, they can be the dangerous ingredient that looks healthy until it isn't.
Green bell peppers are the perfect illusion. Bright, crunchy, low-calorie, the type of vegetable you toss into a pan without a second thought. But for seniors, this healthy ingredient can transform into a biological wildfire, igniting inflammation from your gut to your joints, and ultimately down to the most vulnerable point of all, your legs. The danger lies in their unusually high content of lectins, plant defense proteins that behave like microscopic needles clinging to the intestinal wall. At 25 or 35, your gut can handle this irritation, but after 60, the digestive lining thins, enzymes decrease, the protective mucus barrier weakens. So every time lectins scrape the gut wall, they don't just irritate it, they wound it. And the moment your gut becomes inflamed, your stability begins to crumble from the inside out. Because inflammation in the gut means B12 absorption plummets, nerves misfire, balance falters. Magnesium absorption drops, muscles cramp, legs fatigue faster. Omega-3 and antioxidant uptake collapses. Inflammation spreads like a slow poison. Suddenly, everyday movements start feeling off. The floor feels uneven. Your steps feel heavier. You steady yourself on furniture without knowing why. Your toes tingle. Your calves burn. Your reaction time slows. This is not aging. This is lectin-driven nerve depletion hiding behind a harmless-looking vegetable. But green peppers carry a second threat. They are unripe nightshades. Compared to ripe red peppers, they hold more irritants and fewer antioxidants, meaning you get the fire without the firefighters. Arthritis flares. Morning stiffness intensifies. Your gut feels swollen. Your energy flatlines. You don't just feel older. You feel ambushed. Cooking softens the texture, but barely scratches the lectin load. Once the gut is inflamed, even small amounts can keep the fire alive. Warning signs your body is reacting. Bloating after meals containing green pepper. Foggy, drained feeling. Joint stiffness the next morning. Legs feeling heavy, numb, or unstable. Better choices? Red peppers, fully ripened, vitamin-rich, inflammation-reducing. Zucchini, gentle, soothing, gut-friendly. Green bell peppers are not toxic, but for seniors, they can be the spark that lights the fuse, the tiny daily irritant that keeps your gut inflamed, your nerves weakened, and your legs unstable. And speaking of instability, the next vegetable can launch joint pain and nerve disruption to an even more brutal level. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are the master deceiver of the vegetable world. Beautiful, juicy, fresh, the kind of food you're told belongs on every healthy plate. But for seniors, this cheerful red fruit can become a biochemical disruptor, stirring inflammation, intensifying joint stiffness, and even interfering with the electrical signals that keep your muscles firing and your legs steady. The danger lies in solanine and other nightshade alkaloids, plant-made toxins designed to paralyze pests. But in aging bodies, they don't paralyze, they irritate, inflame, and disrupt. Here's how it begins. Solanine can penetrate and irritate the gut lining, a structure already thinner and more fragile after 60. This irritation sparks a cascade. Inflammation rises, immune activity spikes, joint tissues swell, cartilage becomes sensitive, and morning stiffness creeps in earlier, lasts longer, and grows more unforgiving. But the real threat lies deeper, in your nerves. Research from the Journal of Neurology shows that alkaloids, like solanine, can interfere with acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for smooth muscle coordination. When acetylcholine misfires, everything feels off. Your steps feel slightly delayed, your grip weakens, your reaction time dulls, your legs hesitate instead of responding instantly. This isn't clumsiness, it is neuromuscular disruption, a silent destabilizer with the power to increase fall risk dramatically. For seniors with arthritis, autoimmune disorders, IBS, or nerve sensitivity, tomatoes can turn a manageable day into a painful one. Joint warmth, unexpected swelling, pressure around the knees or fingers, a strange buzzing sensation in the legs. These signs often go unnoticed, or worse, blamed on aging, while the real trigger sits proudly in your salad. And the irony? Tomatoes contain antioxidants like lycopene, but when your body reacts to alkaloids, the benefits can't outweigh the damage. Your system interprets tomatoes not as nourishment, but as a threat to neutralize. If tomatoes are a staple in your meals, try reducing the amount and pairing them with anti-inflammatory foods like olive oil or fatty fish. Or swap them out entirely for carrots, squash, beets, alternatives, or leafy greens. Vegetables that deliver antioxidants without lighting an inflammatory fuse inside your joints. Tomatoes don't harm everyone, but for sensitive seniors, they can turn into a daily trigger of pain, stiffness, and nerve confusion, slowly stealing mobility one bite at a time. And if tomatoes can scramble nerve signals this easily, wait until you meet the next vegetable, the one capable of spiking blood sugar as fast as soda and accelerating aging from the inside out: potatoes.
Potatoes might be the most emotionally comforting food in the American kitchen. Mashed potatoes at holidays, crispy fries on weekends, baked potatoes beside a warm meal. They feel like nostalgia on a plate. But for seniors, this nostalgic comfort can quietly turn into a physiological ambush because potatoes carry a metabolic force that the aging body simply cannot absorb without consequences. What makes potatoes so dangerous is not their taste, but their glycemic load, one of the highest of all vegetables. A single medium-baked potato can spike blood sugar as fast and as violently as a can of soda. At 20, your body could neutralize that spike with strong insulin responses. But after 60, insulin sensitivity fades, pancreatic function slows, and the same spike becomes a hammer, hitting your bloodstream with full force. Every surge of glucose forces the pancreas to release more insulin, and every excessive release wears the system down a little further, pushing blood sugar into the pre-diabetic zone. Over months and years, this repeated cycle becomes a metabolic avalanche that drags seniors toward type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and vascular damage. And the consequences don't stop there. High blood sugar attacks nerves, especially in the legs and feet, leading to neuropathy, tingling, burning, numbness, a strange heaviness that makes walking feel uncertain. These symptoms aren't random. They are the direct echo of glucose binding to proteins and destroying collagen through glycation, a process that makes tissues stiff, fragile, and painfully slow to repair. Potatoes also belong to the nightshade family, meaning they contain compounds that can inflame joints and worsen stiffness in sensitive individuals. The combination of blood sugar spikes plus inflammatory alkaloids becomes a double strike against mobility. Suddenly, standing up feels harder, walking feels slightly off, steps feel slower, balance feels less reliable. Seniors often blame age, but the culprit might be sitting on their dinner plate 3 times a week. If you enjoy potatoes, there are safer alternatives. Cauliflower that roasts beautifully, parsnips that mimic potato texture, carrots that deliver sweetness without the metabolic explosion. And if you absolutely must have potatoes, boil them instead of baking them, and always pair them with fiber and protein to slow the glucose surge. Potatoes aren't villains, but after 60, they can become the silent saboteurs of blood sugar, nerve health, and joint comfort. And if this vegetable can accelerate aging so aggressively, the next ones will do the exact opposite. They can reverse the damage. Our first healing vegetable is a green giant of collagen protection, broccoli. After 4 vegetables that chip away at your strength, it's time for a completely different force, a vegetable that doesn't break you down, but builds you back up. Broccoli is not just a side dish, not a filler, not a boring green decorative food. For seniors, broccoli is nothing less than biological armor, a defensive shield that guards your joints, your bones, your nerves, your blood vessels, and even your skin. The magic begins with one essential nutrient: vitamin C. Collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm, your joints cushioned, your bones resilient, and your muscles able to recover, cannot be created without vitamin C. And broccoli delivers it in abundance. 1 cup supplies over 80% of what your body needs daily to keep collagen production alive. After 60, when collagen naturally declines, broccoli steps in like a repair team, patching the cracks aging leaves behind. But vitamin C is just the opening act. Broccoli also contains a remarkable compound called sulforaphane, one of the most powerful anti-aging molecules ever studied. Sulforaphane can shut down enzymes that actively destroy cartilage, meaning it doesn't just help your body make collagen, it protects the collagen you already have. Seniors who eat broccoli regularly often feel less stiffness, smoother joints, and better mobility because sulforaphane works like a silent security guard inside the body, blocking degeneration before it starts. And then there is vitamin K, the unsung hero of bone health. Most seniors focus only on calcium, but calcium is useless without vitamin K to lock it into bone. Broccoli provides that missing link, helping bones stay strong, dense, and resistant to fractures, one of the greatest threats to independence in older age. But broccoli's power spreads even further. It strengthens blood vessels by protecting the collagen in arterial walls. It fights oxidative stress in the brain, supporting memory and clarity. It enhances immune function by reinforcing the skin and gut barriers, your first line of defense against illness. To get the full benefits, broccoli must be treated right. Lightly steam it for 3 to 5 minutes, allowing sulforaphane to form and vitamin C to stay intact. Add lemon or olive oil and the nutrients absorb even better. Broccoli is not the vegetable you force yourself to eat. It is the vegetable that forces aging to slow down. And if broccoli is the armor that protects collagen, the next vegetable is the sword. A leafy green so dense in nutrients, it strengthens bones, restores tissue, and shields your body from inflammation. Kale.
If broccoli is the armor, kale is the weapon forged for longevity. Dense, dark, unwavering in its strength. This is not a garnish, not a trend, not an overhyped superfood. For seniors, kale is a structural lifeline, a nutrient storm engineered by nature to counteract exactly what aging tries to take away. Bone density, collagen integrity, mobility, clarity, stability. It begins with vitamin K, the single most overlooked nutrient in senior health. Calcium may build bones, but without vitamin K, calcium doesn't know where to go. It floats, it wanders, it may even deposit in the arteries. But kale delivers a surge of vitamin K so potent that it acts like a biological locksmith, snapping calcium securely into the bone matrix. After 60, when bone loss accelerates and fractures become life-altering, this locking mechanism becomes priceless. But kale does not stop at bone health. Its massive load of vitamin C reignites collagen synthesis, rebuilding tendons, tightening skin, strengthening cartilage, and accelerating repair in joints that have endured decades of wear. Every bite of kale is like giving your tissues a fresh blueprint, a renewed set of instructions saying, rebuild, restore, resist. Then we enter kale's antioxidant arsenal, beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, and polyphenols. These compounds don't just fight aging, they surround collagen fibers like bodyguards, shielding them from free radicals, UV damage, oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, and the micro-fraying that makes joints stiff and skin fragile. Seniors who consistently eat kale often describe something subtle yet unmistakable, waking up with easier movement, clearer vision, steadier energy, and sharper focus. It's not magic, it's molecular reinforcement. Kale also protects the cardiovascular system by reducing arterial stiffness, improving endothelial function, and supporting nitric oxide pathways. In older adults, this translates into smoother circulation, warmer hands and feet, and better oxygen flow to muscles and nerves. Preparation matters. Massage raw kale to soften fibers, blend it into smoothies, sauté lightly with olive oil, or pair it with lemon to activate its antioxidants. Kale is versatile because nature intended it to be used often. Kale isn't food. It's infrastructure, supporting bones, joints, collagen, arteries, nerves, eyes, immunity, and recovery. And just when you think the Green Army has shown its strongest warrior, Another arrives, a vegetable so unique in texture and chemistry that it doesn't just protect collagen, it lubricates it. Prepare for the unexpected power of okra.
After exploring the dense armor of broccoli and the powerful weaponry of kale, we now arrive at a vegetable that doesn't fight aging with force, it fights it with fluidity. Okra is unlike anything else in the produce aisle. Its strange, slippery texture has made many people underestimate it, avoid it, or dismiss it as too slimy. But inside that silky gel lies one of the most potent anti-aging tools available to seniors. The secret is mucilage, okra's natural gel. To some, it looks odd, but to the senior body, mucilage behaves like liquid silk, coating the digestive tract, soothing inflamed tissues, and improving nutrient absorption. Seniors who struggle with poor digestion, weak stomach acid, or inconsistent bowel movements often find that okra doesn't just help, it transforms the gut from the inside out. And when the gut heals, collagen absorption surges, inflammation drops, and energy returns with surprising clarity. But mucilage does far more than protect the gut. It acts as natural lubricant for joints and connective tissues. Imagine gears that have gone years without oil, stiff, grinding, resistant. Then imagine pouring a clean, smooth lubricant into those gears and watching them turn freely again. That is what okra does for aging joints. Seniors often describe a subtle but unmistakable sensation after eating okra regularly. Their knees glide instead of grind, their hips loosen, and motion feels quieter, smoother, more confident. Okra also delivers vitamin C, the spark of collagen production, and its antioxidant arsenal, quercetin, catechins, and polyphenols, forms a protective shield around collagen fibers, blocking the enzymes that fray, weaken, and break them apart. Research shows that okra reduces inflammatory markers and slows cartilage breakdown, making it one of the rare foods that protects collagen from both ends. It builds it, and it preserves it. Its benefits stretch even further. Better blood sugar control, reducing glycation, one of collagen's greatest enemies. Improved circulation, delivering nutrients directly to tissues hungry for repair. Strengthened bones from folate and vitamin K. A calmer, more stable inflammatory response. Okra is not glamorous, trendy, or marketed loudly, but it is undeniably effective, a quiet miracle disguised as a humble vegetable. And just when you think its gentle power is impressive, the next vegetable brings a brighter, sharper, more radiant force, a vegetable whose vibrant color reveals exactly how strongly it can rebuild collagen. Carrots. If okra is liquid silk, carrots are liquid sunlight, bright, warm, concentrated energy designed by nature to repair, rebuild, and rejuvenate the aging body. Their vivid orange color is not decorative, it is a biological signal, a warning flare announcing that this vegetable is loaded with one of the most powerful pro-collagen forces available to seniors, beta-carotene, the precursor to vitamin A. Vitamin A is the silent architect of the body's protective tissues. It strengthens the epithelial layers in your skin, your joints, your blood vessels, and even your eyes. Without it, collagen weakens, tears form more easily, recovery slows, and the signs of aging appear faster. But carrots deliver beta-carotene in a form the body absorbs with ease, giving seniors the raw material they desperately need to restore structural strength from the inside outward. But the story grows deeper. Carrots also provide a steady dose of vitamin C, the spark needed to twist collagen fibers into their triple helix shape, the shape that gives them durability. Together, vitamin A and vitamin C form a dynamic duo. One repairs tissues, the other builds brand new ones. This dual mechanism makes carrots uniquely powerful for seniors whose collagen production has slowed dramatically with age. Then comes the antioxidant army. Lutein, polyphenols, carotenoids, molecules that neutralize free radicals before they can shred collagen, stiffen joints, or deepen wrinkles. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that diets high in carotenoids correlate with stronger collagen matrices, smoother skin, and slower visible aging. Seniors who eat carrots regularly often describe an unmistakable shift. Their skin looks fresher, their steps feel lighter, their joints hurt less, and their energy no longer crashes mid-afternoon. Carrots also nourish the eyes, one of the first places aging reveals itself. Beta-carotene supports the retina, protects against night blindness, and sharpens contrast, giving seniors more confidence in dim lighting and reducing the risk of falls caused by visual misjudgment. Preparation is flexible and forgiving. Eat carrots raw for maximum vitamin C. Lightly steam or roast them to enhance beta-carotene absorption. Pair them with olive oil or nuts to pull those fat-soluble nutrients directly into your cells. Carrots may be humble, inexpensive, and familiar, but that's what makes their power astonishing. They don't need hype. They don't need marketing. They simply work. And now that all 8 vegetables, 4 harmful, 4 healing, have been revealed, it's time to bring every lesson together and answer the final question. What should seniors actually do next to rebuild strength, protect collagen, and stay independent for decades to come?
After exploring all 8 vegetables, one truth becomes undeniable. After 60, food is never neutral. Every bite you take either builds you or breaks you. Beets can drain calcium and strain aging kidneys. Green bell peppers can inflame your gut and weaken your legs. Tomatoes can scramble nerve signals and ignite joint pain. Potatoes can spike blood sugar like soda and accelerate aging at the cellular level. But nature also gives seniors 4 extraordinary allies. Broccoli repairs collagen and protects cartilage through sulforaphane. Kale locks calcium into bone and shields tissues with its dense antioxidant army. Okra lubricates joints and restores digestive strength with its unique mucilage. Carrots replenish vitamin A and vitamin C, rebuilding collagen, brightening vision, and strengthening skin from the inside out. And when these healing vegetables become part of your daily rhythm, the transformation is unmistakable. Stiffness fades, balance returns, energy rises, movement smooths, digestion steadies, sleep improves, and independence, the core of a free and confident life, begins to flourish again. This is not theory. This is biology responding to the right fuel. Each meal from now on is a crossroads, toward inflammation and fragility or toward renewal and vitality. The direction you choose shapes your next decade. So nourish intentionally, protect your mobility, rebuild your collagen, and give your body the chance to become strong again. And if this video opened your eyes or gave you clarity about your health, then don't let this be the last step. Subscribe to the channel right now. Join our community of seniors committed to rebuilding strength, staying independent, and living vibrantly for years to come. Your health journey doesn't end here. It begins here.